Leon Edwards will be taking on Belal Muhammad at UFC 304 in Manchester, England, and he will be looking for his third title defense. Belal Muhammad is on a 9-fight win streak and looks to prove he can have an interesting fight and become a UFC champion. Leon and Belal have both been criticized on having boring fights. Both Leon Edwards and Belal Muhammad are known to have little to none entertaining fights. Besides Leon Edwards' infamous head kick against Kamaru Usman, he hasn't had any insane or crazy performance. Belal Muhammad is known to have boring fights, a boring fighting style, and having a lack of finishes in the UFC. Could this be the most boring UFC title fight in history? Could this surpass Carlos Esparza and Rose as the worst fight in UFC history? In this video, we're going to answer all of those questions. Be sure to like, comment who you think will win, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Leon Edwards, 22-3, the welterweight champion, has great striking skills and has found himself to be in a situation where it feels like no one is entertained when he fights. Leon has had an insane winning streak in the UFC, winning 12 fights in a row, and out of those 12 fights in the UFC, Leon has finished 3 of those opponents. However, his opponent, Belal Muhammad, doesn't even have that. Belal Muhammad is ranked 2nd in the welterweight division and is on a 9-fight win streak, with his last win being against Gilbert Burns and having only 2 finishes in his last 10 fights. Leon Edwards is known for his striking, and Belal Muhammad is known for his heavy grappling, where he essentially takes you down and holds you for 5 minutes. I'm not saying Leon and Belal are terrible fighters. They are great technical fighters. They just have boring fights. It is important to note that there are many reasons why fighters, especially Leon Edwards and Belal Muhammad, have boring fights. One of them is fighting styles. Both fighters are known for their technical skills and strategic approach to fighting. They often prioritize defense and control, which can lead to fights that are more technical and less flashy. Leon and Belal are more cautious in their fighting style, preferring to minimize risk and capitalize on opportunities rather than engaging in wild exchanges or taking unnecessary chances. Sometimes the dynamic of a fight can be influenced by the opponent's style. Leon and Belal are both cautious and defensive-minded fighters, which leads to a slower paced fight. You shouldn't expect a high-paced action fight with a dramatic finish like the second fight between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards, but it could happen. If I had to predict who I think will win, I would predict Leon Edwards. I think Leon Edwards will defeat Belal Muhammad by leveraging his superior striking skills, maintaining distance and control, defending against takedowns effectively, staying disciplined in his approach, and capitalizing on strategic opportunities throughout the fight. This fight may look very similar to the Leon and Colby fight. You should expect simple combinations to win the fight for Leon, like a simple 1-2 combination, and really what will win him the fight is going to be the damage that comes from Belal, which will determine everything. Belal does have a chance against Leon. If he can close the distance and pressure Leon against the cage, mix the striking with the takedowns, and look to get into brawls with Leon, you have to make it a dirty fight. You can't outstrike Leon, but if you have a Dricus du Plessis approach, blitz in when you strike, constantly be in the face of Leon, you can win. You can beat Leon. I would say Belal needs to fight Leon like how he did against Sean Brady. Just make it a brawl. Both fighters are low on their output. Leon doesn't throw a lot of strikes, and the same with Belal, so it's going to be a stalling fight. Belal won't engage and Leon won't force anything if he can't. Leon Edwards lands 2.75 significant strikes per minute and absorbs 2.34 significant strikes per minute, with a 70% takedown defense. Belal Muhammad lands 4.55 significant strikes per minute and absorbs 3.64 significant strikes per minute with a 35% takedown accuracy. So Belal does land slightly more than Leon in the striking department. This fight seems like it will be a boring fight because of the lack of urgency from both fighters and the lack of output. However, anything can happen in MMA. This just seems unlikely. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.